So I'm going to be reviewing Divergent by Veronica Roth, which is about a 16-year-old girl in the future and just her life. And so I'll read you the blurb first. 16-year-old Tris is forced to make a terrible choice. In a divided society where everyone must conform, Tris does not fit. So she ventures out alone, determined to discover where she truly belongs. Shocked by her brutal new life, Tris can trust no one, and yet she's drawn to a boy who seems to both threaten and protect her. The hardest choice lies ahead. So, just adding on to that, it's about a world which is not a world, it's about a city, and it's divided into 5 sectors, or factions as they call it. It's divided into 5, and each faction believes a different reason why war is caused, so they're divided into 5 to try and keep peace. And so Erudite believes that war was caused by stupidity and idiocy, so they're all like really clever. And then Candor believes it was because of lying and untrustworthiness, so they're all like really honest. And then Abnegation believes it's because of selfishness, so they're all really selfless. And Dauntless believes it's because of cowardice, so they're all really brave. And then Amity just believes it's because of cruelty, so they're all really loving and nice. And basically it's about a girl and she doesn't really fit into any of the factions, and so it was really good. But then I do have a few criticisms. Like, for starters, the whole book, the first half of the book is kind of just like getting you into it and introducing you and stuff, and it's really good, but they keep trying to drop in the other part of the book. And like at first you don't really know about what's going wrong with the whole city and how the government is corrupt and things, but they keep trying to kind of drop it into the storyline, and it doesn't really work. Like, she'll suddenly just notice something out of nowhere and you'll just be thinking, what? That has nothing to do with anything, and I don't think it really worked very well. And also, one of the things about it is, there's going to be something important about the fact that it's called Divergent, and she doesn't really explain that at the beginning, like, at first, because they all get split into different sections, like, and the fact that she's divergent means that she fits into more than one of these sections, I think, and I didn't really see why this was, they didn't really explain it why this was such a big thing, and because to me it seemed like everyone had like a choice of 2 factions that they fit into, and she could fit into 3, and I didn't really see why this was such a big deal, and she didn't really make out like it was such a big deal, and so I didn't really get why it was really important that she was divergent. And yeah, and she was like, it didn't seem a very big plot line, and I think she could have built on that a bit more, made more of the whole divergent thing. So the main character, Tris, I could really connect with her, like, the decisions she made I understood and would probably make them myself if I had the guts. But then there was this kind of second main character, 4. I really liked him too. The minute he was introduced, I was like, they're gonna end up together, and I love him so much. Like, you don't really know that much about him. He's quite mysterious, but I don't mind that. I mean, I'm all for the dark, handsome, mysterious man. And then, but that was kind of it, really. I didn't really connect with any of the other characters. Like, you don't really know anything about them, and put it this way, if they died, I wouldn't have been upset. Like, one of them did die, I'm not going to say who, but one of them did die, and I was kind of sat there just willing myself to cry, but the tears wouldn't come, and because I love sad books and I cry at books a lot, but just not this one. And usually when a character dies, you feel a little bit of sadness or remorse or something, and I didn't feel anything, so that was kind of another down point. And with her brother and stuff, I just didn't connect with them at all. Like, they were just another character in their book. I didn't feel any sadness at their death, so Yeah, that wasn't a very good point for me. I'm sorry, but one thing that really annoyed me was one of the main characters' names. He's called Four, and that really irritated me. And then, spoiler alert, kind of, not really, but a bit, kind of spoiler alert. Later on you find out his real name is Tobias, and this guy's like really macho and hard and stuff, and then it doesn't really suit his character is what I'm trying to say. So I didn't really like her choice in names. I know that's not really an important aspect of the book, but she could have done a bit better there. Yeah, the plot was really good, and I thought it could, with the idea she had, I think she really made the most of it. Like, when I found out about what the plot was, I was like, how is she really going to do this? But she did it really well, because she didn't make it really cheesy, but she did it all very well. It's a really good book, and I think you should read it, especially if you like the kind of Hunger Games type thing, with adventure. And I mean, the fact that I read it in a day makes it, obviously it must have been a good book that I could spare the time to read the whole thing in a day. And it also left that thing, you know, that feeling after you get when you read a really good book and it leaves you kind of depressed that you're not in that book anymore, and you're not part of the story anymore. And yeah, so that's always a good sign that I get that depressed feeling that I finished the book and there's no more for it. So yeah, I don't know, tell me what you think. So next, I'm probably going to read Wither. I'm quite looking forward to reading this one actually, because I've had mixed reviews on this one. Some people have said it's really good and others have said that it's not so good, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing for myself. But yeah, I realised after I got them that they're all really similar. But yeah, I don't know, after the Hunger Games everyone's just been going all futuristic. I can't remember for the life of me what the word is. So I'll tell you about that one. Also, I realised, because there are 5 factions, and the whole point of the factions was to cut out evilness, like cut out war and stuff and make everyone nice. And I realised I don't really fit into any of those factions, so I must just be the epitome of evil or something, because yeah, so I guess if any of them it would probably be erudite. That's the worst faction, so yay, I'm evil.